Joining us now, Fundstrat Global Advisors. His name is Thomas Lee. Here's a man who's not afraid to go out on a limb, are you?
Well, that's what the nature of research is, right?
We have
to have a view and stick to it.
Okay. Was yesterday's panic just a one-off shot? It's gone? We don't have to worry about Italy any longer?
I think it can get worse, but as you know, markets usually overreact, and I think yesterday was an overreaction.
Yeah, so it may come back to kick us again, but not in the immediate future?
Yes, and I think for the vast majority of investors who own U.S. equities, this should be a moment to buy because this is not something that's going to trigger a recession in the U.S. This is not something that's creating risk for U.S. companies, so I think we should see this as a buying opportunity.
Ah, the voice of reason. Well done, young man. Now, Microsoft, I want your advice on this. It's now more valuable than Google. I was really surprised at that because Google is a more wide-ranging company. It's into a lot more things. And Microsoft is basically the cloud and personal computers.
That's right. And I think most people think, oh, Microsoft was the story of the 90s, and there's all these new companies today. But at the end of the day, Microsoft is still central to how we do business and we run our lives. And they make a lot of money, and it's a reasonably priced stock. So I'm not surprised it's actually neck and neck or even slightly larger than Google.
Now, one of the big banks on Wall Street says that it's going to go to $130 per share, and that would make it a $1 trillion company. Do you share that view? Are you as bullish as that?
Software is a great business. They've got a great business model. They make a lot of money, and I think it's a very well-intentioned company. You know, they're not trying to do anything evil with our data, so I can see it becoming a $1 trillion company, yes.
You can see it within a year?
Yes, and you know, I mean, the stocks
in a phenomenal gain for a company the size of Microsoft to go up another 30%. And it would have to go up another 30% to reach $130 a share. That's a huge move.
It is, but we have to, if you take a step back and think about the last 10 years, technology has become a bigger part of our lives. So tech as a part of the S&P is going to keep growing. And I think S&P's, you know, tech is 25% of the S&P today. I think it's easily going to get to 40% in a decade.
Whoa, that's a big deal.
It is, but as you know, it's because technology is replacing a lot of traditional businesses. It replaced media. I think it's targeting healthcare now. It's going to replace some of the banking industry.
That's America these days, isn't it? It's technology. This is a technical economy.
It's the pride of the U.S. I mean, there's a few sectors the U.S. dominates. It's financials, healthcare, and technology. And I think we're probably the strongest in technology.
Okay. Bitcoin. Here's where you went out on a limb last time you were with us. You said it was going to hit $25,000. This morning it's at $7,491. You sticking to 25 grand?
Yes. I mean, so we think Bitcoin will be 25,000 by the end of this year. Now, that's roughly 5% substitution of the gold market. So it's not some Herculean assumption. And
wait, do you know this for a fact, that people, instead of buying gold as a safe haven, they're buying Bitcoin as a safe haven?
So we never know with perfect knowledge, but yesterday's a good example. Yesterday was a risk-off day. Bonds rallied, gold rallied, Bitcoin had a huge day. I think Bitcoin is considered a safe haven instrument.
Why would it break out like that, though? If you go from 7,000 to 25,000, that's a tripling of the value of Bitcoin. Why would it break out in such a dramatic fashion?
Well, number one, from an annual perspective, so if you look at calendar year return, it's probably closer to 50% gain for Bitcoin. And in any 365-day year, Bitcoin's price gains occur within only 10 of those days. So in other words, if you don't own Bitcoin in 355 of the wrong days, you actually lost money owning Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's returns are always concentrated in 10 days, and we've got a lot of days between now and year end. There's a lot of reasons people are adopting blockchain. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a safe haven asset. You know, it's a way to deal with issues with government and trust around banks. It's a very easy way to transfer money, and it's turning out to be a pretty good store of value. And I think it's attractive because it's a really robust technology.
Have you caught a lot of flack for going out on Wall Street and being a Bitcoin, not a promoter, I'm not going to say that, but a Bitcoin advocate?
Yeah, I think it's difficult for traditional investors to understand an instrument that doesn't pay cash flows or dividends. But then again, currencies don't pay cash flows or dividends either. But you know, there's a lot of body of work on valuing currencies. And more importantly, at the end of the day, Bitcoin does generate cash because it awards miners with block rewards. So it's paying, you know, roughly $7 billion a year in rewards to those that are maintaining the security of the network.
Do you own it yourself?
Yes.
You own a couple of Bitcoin yourself?
Yes, that's right.
I'll leave it at that. But did you get in early?
Yes, but it's but again, I think even at the current price of 7,500 Bitcoins around that, it costs roughly $6,000 to make a Bitcoin today. So in other words, the mining industry's all-in cost to produce a Bitcoin, 6,000. So someone buying Bitcoin here isn't paying some astronomical multiple of mining cost. It's like if you look at gold, gold is trading at roughly 2 times its cost to mine.
I found it fascinating. Very hard to get to grips with. You can't touch it, can't feel it, can't see it. It's just there.
It takes time, but then again, the internet was something people couldn't touch and feel for a long time, but of course it's part of our lives, right?
Yes, it is. Thomas Lee, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.